Okay, we have a question from Equal Casino, and the question is, how do I get fit for soccer in the off season? But after high school, right? You're planning on This person is planning on joining the Marines, and they want to get into firefighting. And they're a junior in high school. They weigh 150 pounds. They're 5'4", and they're also looking for eating advice. Okay, so we got a lot of things going on here. So first is how to get fit for sport, right? So this is girls off season. So she's a junior. What are we? Junior. Her high school season has ended. So now she has the winter. You got the winter, and you have maybe start doing some spring training. But the goal is so maybe one more year of high school. So you got one more year of high school soccer left. That's what I'm guessing, right? So how do we train for that? But also, how do we build a foundation to prepare to be in the Marines and to become a firefighter, either in the Marines or when you get out of Marines? That's what her plan is, or that's what your plan is. And some eating advice. Okay. The first thing, if it's possible, I think a fun and low effort way that'll be super rewarding is to just get a fixed speed bicycle or any bicycle that you can begin to ride to school, right? Just that little hack, I think, if it's possible, right? If I don't know how far away your school is from your home, but that's something that is so simple, and it'll really help with your fitness, right? When you're saying fitness, I'm guessing you're saying endurance, and that's just a passive way to get some exercise, to get some sunlight, and right, you start your morning cruising to school and finish it. It almost becomes therapeutic and meditative. So I think that would be a great way to just become more fit and build some endurance for joining the Marines. You're gonna have to be doing carrying heavy stuff and running for long periods of time. Plus, biking's low impact as long as you're staying safe, right? Following the rules of the road. Maybe wear a helmet. I think getting a bicycle would be such a smart and simple way to get fit for soccer in the off season. Assuming that it's not too dangerous where you're riding. The second thing, I actually have it right here. The second thing that you could do, I got this. This is a Bass Rutten. It's an O2 trainer. I put this in. It's a breathing device, right? It restricts breathing a bit to strengthen your breathing muscles. I actually put this in on a low setting with low resistance when I rode my bike to this gym where I'm at right now. He actually recommends that you're sitting down when you use this. But I've just been experimenting it, using it different ways. But this is the number one tool that I've been recommending to all soccer players who I'm in contact with to improve the quality of life as well as their training, because it's portable. One, it's pretty cheap compared to what it can do. For $60 on Amazon, I don't think you could beat it. It's helped me become less anxious, become more focused, become more relaxed. It helps engage your core. I feel like my core is stronger than it's ever been. Right, I'm 32 years old. I'm like 10 times a soccer player. I'm a better soccer player now than I've ever been in my whole life. And I played, at a decent D1 school, average D1 school. But what does that mean? It means all I'm saying is that this thing could change your life if you want to improve endurance or stamina, especially if you're getting into firefighting and Marines, right? That's probably pretty grueling. So this is a simple tool. You spend 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day using it, and I think you're going to get a lot of benefit from that. So that's my number 2. Get fit for sport. join the Marines, firefighting. Just for soccer, right? You want to train sport specific. So, assuming you want to contribute to your team and to yourself, right? You actually want to train for soccer up until you're done training for soccer, right? When your season is done, then you could pivot the style of your training to cater more towards the Marines and firefighting, right? Because you're saying you want to put on muscle. If you start building now to prepare you to do Marines and firefighting stuff, I believe your sport will actually, you're going to be a worse soccer player, right? It's going to make you more susceptible to injury. And so I think that you could actually focus, if you focus more on soccer now, it's going to actually, you could work on some fundamental stuff that's going to help soccer and Marines, doing the Marines training and firefighting. But if you focus just on some of those things and neglect soccer stuff, right? There's a way you can actually train both. So I want to talk about some fundamental stuff. Again, Ido Portal, hanging and squatting. These are fundamental concepts that if you start to incorporate them into your life, they're going to help improve soccer as well as training for firefighting and becoming a Marine, right? Decompressing the spine and squatting, right? These are two human, right there. It's good for humans to do those things. So you want to spend at least a few minutes a day in the squatting and hanging position to decompress, right? With using gravity, decompressing your spine. So if you search IDEO space PORTAL, you're going to find this guy. He's got a lot of ideas on movement, and just explore that area. So that's gonna help with your movement. It's gonna help your soccer, and down the line or down the road, it could help with the firefighting and Marine stuff. What else? Knees over toes guy. If you search knees over toes guy, he's got this concept of it's called ROKP. It means reversing out of knee pain. So it's a very simple idea, which is just spending a few minutes a day walking backwards can start to prevent some long-term injuries and prevent knee pain, ankle, hip pain, right? If you have a treadmill, you could actually walk in reverse. And if you start to do this, then you could start to use a lightweight sled, or just walking backwards. If you got a dog, you can walk backwards, or going backwards on a stopped treadmill. And what this is going to do is going to give you a foundation. It's going to prevent injuries in soccer. But I'm thinking about how it's going to help you do the firefighting stuff. So if you're you're gonna have to start carrying heavy backpacks and a lot of equipment. So this is going to give you a great foundation to do that in the future. If you work on walking backwards, that's going to start to strengthen your feet and your toes, and once you get your volume up, then you could start to get your weight up, so that in the future you could start to work on heavy sled pulls and really start to get prepared for that Marine and firefighting stuff. I would do a lot of balance work, right? Because balance work is going to help, right? Both your things, soccer and the Marine stuff, right? The better your one-legged balance, the better supposedly some brain function goes on, as well as your, balance is like when you're going from one step to the other, right? Just that little bit of time going from one step to the other, improving one-legged balance, either with, you got Bosu balls, so spending more time on a Bosu ball, or a balance pad, a foam pad. You could start to do stuff where, oh wow, those are too heavy. Let's see what we got. you could start to spend time on one leg and doing some simple stuff as tossing a ball against the wall. And, at first it's like, okay, this is easy, yeah. But then you could start to do stuff where, you're juggling, doing three-ball juggling on balance, and then you start to improve or scale up the toughness. So you could start to get you're standing on a Bosu ball or a balance pad, and then it's the three-ball juggling or throw it in against the wall, right? And then there's harder balance tools. So as you progress through that balance, right, with your balance, that's going to help with your soccer. That's going to help with the Marine stuff. And again, strengthening the feet, super important, right? These are concepts that I'm only just digging into, that I wish I'd known when I was your age in high school, right? So check those things out. If you search Ziani, 7 postures, he's got these 7 postures that will help strengthen your feet and make your whole body flexible. So just search that Ziani 7 postures, and that's one more thing that if you start to spend some time, just a few minutes a day, doing these postures, it's really going to help grow your and strengthen your body, give you a great foundation for all the stuff that you want to do. So check those things out, and reach out with any questions, and thank you for your time. All right.